Why is it not adding?
Did you copy and paste his name?
I did, but I can't. Hello, welcome to Real Life Cooking. I can't add. Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday, everyone. I am just trying to pin my comment as usual. Hello, Tanya. Welcome to Real Life Cooking. Hi, Vanessa. Hi. Hello, Mike Boyle, 862. You guys can't see me. I'm like reading from the corner. There we go. Welcome to Real Life Cooking, everyone. Today we have a very special guest. We're going to be making some bison tacos. Has anyone ever cooked bison that's watching right now? Anyone want to chime on in? Welcome. I hope you guys have all had a great Sunday so far. Who else is here? Oh, hey, Sonia and Tanya. Welcome. Welcome to Real Life Cooking. Anyone cooking along tonight? Oh, Shea Vegas 99. You've made bison before or cooked bison before? I have a very special guest, Reggie Kelly. The founder of Kaivan Foods is going to be joining me tonight to make these bison tacos. Oh, there they are. Hello. You just got to join on in. Asked to be joined or asked to join the chat. Quick question. What stove is that? Good question. I don't even know what stove it is. The stove that the apartment gave me. I'll check for you. Hi, Caleb. Hi. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Oh, it's a Whirlpool stove. Vegas 99. All right, I'm going to let in our special guest. Hey, Darren, you just left here. Can't get enough, I see. All right, Chris, are you logged on to Facebook and seeing questions? All right.
Griffin said we are not cooking today, just watching.
Oh, all right. Nice. All right, I'm going to turn you guys back. I'm going to go to my hello, everyone. Welcome to Real Life Cooking. Hey, Reggie.
Oh, we're connecting. I can't see you yet, Chef.
I can hear you, so we're on the right
track. What's up, Chef? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you today?
Doing good. How's the lighting? Is the lighting good? Is my smile? What about my smile? My smile very contagious.
You're glowing. You're ready. Face made for TV.
It's time to rock and roll. Y'all in for a treat today.
I was just welcoming everyone to Real Life Cooking, the show where we make a meal from start to finish with no TV magic generally. We try to do everything step by step to show you cooking is fun and easy and approachable. And I'm very excited today to have you as my guest. You're another guest that we've connected since the pandemic has started. I found your brand when I created Black Out the Park, and you guys supported Black Out the Park super amazingly. You gave every guest a little giveaway for Black Out the Park. I used your product when I made, what did I make with it? The barbecue chicken salad. I used one of your sauces. People really, really enjoyed it. That's enough about me. A little bit about you. You are Reggie Kelly. You have played in the NFL for 13 years, and now you've created this food company. And I'll let you do a little introduction about yourself before we get started cooking.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Chef, thank you so much. And it's always great to talk to good people. And I definitely consider you that. Chuck, can you guys hear me just fine? Chef, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
All right. Now, I know you can hear me, but can you hear the southern twang?
Just a little.
Good. Well, I am a small town country boy from Aberdeen, Mississippi. Married my high school sweetheart. Her name is Sheila. We both attended Mississippi State University. Was there for 4 years. I got a degree in industrial technology. Then in 1999, I was drafted by the Atlanta Falcons. Dan Reeves was my head coach. I played with guys there like Mike Vick, Algie Crumpler, Ward Dunn, great names like that. And then after my 4th season with the Falcons, Marvin Lewis, who was an extraordinary defensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens, Coach Ray Lewis and guys like that, he ended up getting a head coaching job at Cincinnati. And I was one of the players he brought in to help change the culture of the Cincinnati Bengals, of the Cincinnati Bengals at that time. And so brought us in to change the culture, and we did just that. Played 8 years under Coach Lewis, and then went right back to the Atlanta Falcons. They always say never burn bridges, right, Chef? Never burn bridges. And so kept a great relationship with the Falcons. You know, when I left and went to Cincinnati, they ended up bringing me back to Atlanta. That's where I finished my 13-season career in the NFL. But while I played, I just never just wanted to be considered an athlete. This face is too cute just to be an athlete. Come on, man. So I've always wanted to take all of my God-given talents, put them on display. I wrote a book called Prepared Body, Mind, and Spirit, and then I started Kyvan Foods. Wasn't anything intentional, Chef, by any stretch of the imagination. I actually wanted to work in the NFL front office when I retired, but ended up starting this food company, man. I couldn't ask for a better venture.
How long have you been running this business now?
Oh, man. Well, I actually started while I was still playing in the NFL. So we started formulating our products, finding some really good manufacturers. So we started way back in 2010, believe it or not, while I was still actively playing. Then when I retired, I had a smooth transition from the gridiron to the cast iron, as I like to call it. And so had a smooth transition, and so we've been running the business ever since. It wasn't something that I intended to do. I'm just being honest with you. I never thought that I would be in the food industry. Didn't know anything about food except eating, Chef, and I'm good at that, trust me. But in regards to actually running a food company, starting a food company, trying to compete with national brands that's been doing it for centuries, now I didn't have a clue. But I always felt like I could learn it with some of the encouragement from my teammates and their wives.
Awesome. Well, as someone who has tried we have a question. Sorry guys, those of you watching, TT is not here, my normal technological guru. We have my husband Christopher on the ones and twos answering relaying questions to us. If you have any questions for me or for Reggie along this whole way, please ask, and Chris will tell us. There's already a question?
Question from Facebook. He's not that big. What position did he play?
Oh, someone said you're not that big. He is actually quite big because it took us a long time to figure out the camera angle.
Listen, now I'm not that big. But when I was an actual player, I was pretty sizable with lots of muscle mass. But I'm still about 6'4". I haven't shrunk that much. You know, I know it when you get a little older, you start to shrink in size. But no, I'm still 6'4". I'm about 252 pounds. I still work out pretty good. I'm just not adding all the muscle mass that I did when I was an actual player that I needed to do in order to sustain me on the football field. That makes me feel good when you say I'm not that big. That means I'm working out, keeping myself looking nice and trim. So, yeah, I'll make sure I keep on that workout regimen.
I also wanted to know, what position did you play?
So I was a tight end. I played the position. I played with greats like Tony Gonzalez, Algie Crumpler. So I played with some really good tight ends, you know, O.J. Santiago, which was when I was a rookie, you know, he was just in his second or third year here with the Falcons, a really great tight end. He was actually about 6'7", believe it or not, in height playing tight end.
7?
And
oh, gosh.
6'7". I mean, he was a tall guy, but he was nasty. He was gritty. And he taught me, you know, the importance of coming in and setting a presence, especially against defensive guys. So I learned from him, learned from great wide receivers like a Terrence Mathis, all-time everything for the Atlanta Falcons and also the Jets. And those guys really taught me how to play the game and taught me about life outside of football as well. Taught me how to be a pro. You know, when things are going good, everybody want to have the interviews. Everybody are eager to have interviews and get in front of the press. But they also taught me when you have a bad game, when we lose, you still have to be a pro and make sure you handle yourself accordingly and set up some great relationships so that when you are done with football, you'll be able to thrive in whatever market you so desire. Those are words of wisdom that they gave me when I was a rookie, believe it or not. So when you're a rookie, you're trying to learn everything, the new city, your teammates, the coaches, the media. Now they're talking to me about life after football. I was wondering were they trying to throw me a hint. You know what? I was wondering were they trying to throw me a hint saying I'm not really that good. So get prepared early. Well, you know, playing 13 seasons. So, hey, there you have it.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, so thank you again for being here. Great introduction. So excited to start cooking. So we'll have some time to chat while we're cooking as well, but we do want to keep the focus on the cooking. So tonight we are making bison tacos. We chose bison tacos because we will be highlighting your honey apple salsa in them. We're not just topping our tacos with them, but we are also putting it in the meat as we cook it. And Reggie, do you want to tell people watching your special deal that you have for people watching tonight?
Yes, if you guys go to our website at kyvan82.com, that's kyvan82.com, KYVAN82.com. I'm sure you guys know where the 82 come from. If you don't, shame on you. Shame on you, shame on you. 82.com. For any purchase that you guys have, we're going to throw in a free jar of our hot honey apple salsa. So a little sweet with a little heat. Can't beat it. So you're going to get a free jar of hot honey apple salsa.
Awesome, awesome. So make sure to make your purchases. Their purchases or their products are really good. Like I said, I used them at Black Out the Park when I made a barbecue chicken salad, and people were just like really, really in love with the different flavored barbecue sauce. Because people are used to, like, we won't name drop any of these other names everyone all knows, but like, people are really used to these very, very sweet sauces with not a lot of flavor or like dimensions of flavor, and your sauces definitely have like different dimensions of flavor for sure.
Thank you. Thank you. So we like to say our sauces are like a well-orchestrated symphony. We're hitting all the right notes, yeah. All the right notes. You like that one? You like that one? You can use that one from time to time again if you want to.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna work that into my repertoire somewhere. Like, all the right notes for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then can you tell everyone why you wanted to use bison instead of beef tonight? Actually,
yeah, well, I've tried to, make sure like after football, I don't have to be so bulky and have to have so much muscle mass. So I try to eat a little bit healthier. I like my meats to be, leaner. And bison is very lean with a lot of health benefits, not all of those fats and things that you see in beef, but yet have some of the same flavor profile as beef. And so you can use it in your burgers, your tacos, in your vegetable beef soup. Chuck, we use it in lasagna, also meatloaf as well. So it's multifaceted, multi-purpose, but yet you're getting a lot of health benefits from it. So that's why we love it.
Yeah, for sure. It's 25% less calories. It's a lot leaner, so it doesn't have those saturated fats like beef does. And it has a similar taste profile to beef.
It does.
It just is a little bit, some people say it might be a little bit sweeter, a little bit more delicate, not so straightforward in your face. So yeah, and it's actually pretty easily accessible now. Like apparently Costco sells it because I noticed I could get like a 4-pack. This came from Whole Foods today. My cousin delivered it to me because I didn't leave the house. But yeah. The process of making our tacos is pretty similar to making our like just regular beef tacos or any kind of tacos. I do want to go over the seasonings that we're going to use besides the honey apple salsa. So this is my little trio anytime I make anything Latin inspired, which is garlic powder, chili powder, and cumin powder. Now, and we're going to add a teaspoon of each for like about a pound of beef or so, or not beef, bison. And you can get fancy. Like if you have a well-stocked spice cabinet, feel free to throw in onion powder. If you want to like make a little spicy, cayenne pepper, oregano, thyme, those are all great. But I like to keep it simple for people that, might be a little scared of the kitchen. And these 3 will get you the flavors you need with the least amount of effort or work. And then of course, salt. So let's go ahead and start browning off our bison. So we're just going to use a regular skillet. I like to use a bit of a higher lip. Yep. Just because, it's just easier to mix things together later. So I actually like to get my skillet nice and hot before I put my bison in. This goes with any ground beef, just so you're getting that nice brown color on there. So that will actually create flavor as well. Now, in terms of oil, we are going to need to use a little bit more oil. Sometimes when you make ground beef, you don't even have to use oil because there's so much fat in there. But with the bison, because it's leaner, or like turkey meat, you definitely want to use a little bit of oil in there as well.
Absolutely. So, Chef, what I do, I have my little olive oil right here that I like to use. Love olive oil. Use it pretty much in everything. So I'm going to dash some of this olive oil in here. Now, Chef, I'm a big boy. So I know you want to do 1 pound of bison, but come on now. Come on. After this, I'm going to town.
You probably need 1 pound by yourself,
so
right?
I got at least 4 or 5 tacos on my mind that I'm going to knock down after this is over. So I had to go with 2 pounds of bison.
That's fair. I mean, this is a
fair?
very easy, scalable up recipe. Like, you're not going to do anything wrong by cooking more than the 1 pound. But, keep it smaller. Chris can also eat a lot of tacos.
Absolutely.
I'm eating for 2.
Absolutely.
All right,
Like
so
that.
and want to get the pan nice and hot, and then I'll put my bison in. And then another trick, I don't know if you do this, but when I cook ground beef, I don't actually break it up right away. I'll break it up into like 4 pieces, so those pieces get nice and brown. And then as it gets brown, I'll break it up more, because if you break it up all at the same time, there's a lot of steam that's created, and you never actually brown your whatever you're making. So your turkey, your beef, your bison. So
Okay, learn something new. So we're gonna do 4 squares.
yeah, so basically I'll put it in the pan, and then I'll take my like wooden utensil and cut it into like 4 squares, and then just let those kind of cook as if they were like their own little like chicken breast or something. And then as those get brown, I'll break them up more, just so we're not creating a lot of steam and we actually get brown color. We're creating that Maillard reaction, which is going to create caramelization and flavor on your meat without like much effort.
I love it. Love it. Absolutely. All right, so we're gonna get to going in this.
All right, so I put mine in. I'm gonna rinse my hands. And like I said, like I was saying, guys, I just break it into 4 little like that, and then I'll let it cook for a second before I start breaking it up even more. And we have a question. Question is, what is your favorite meal to cook, Reggie?
I'm sorry, what you say, Chef?
What is your favorite meal to cook?
My favorite
Meal to cook.
meal to cook? Well, I'm just a simple guy. You know, being from down south, you know, I love fish. You know, I love chicken. My wife and I, we love to do salmon. I love to blacken my salmon with some of our chicken seasoning. And we top it off with some asparagus. That's when I'm eating on a healthy day. That's my favorite. But when I want to eat on a cheat day, I have to go all in and get some fried catfish and some fried chicken. My wife makes an extraordinarily great macaroni and cheese. Then I have to top it off with my sweet potato cornbread muffins, Chef.
Sweet potato cornbread. I don't think I've ever had that. Oh, before we want to season our meat with the salt right now before I
Okay. Want to season it right quick? Okay.
But I want to know more about the sweet potato cornbread. That sounds delicious.
Oh yeah, there we go. I want to do these in 4s.
Yep.
Now, when I cook, guys, I just use anything. Let's be honest with you. If I could just use my fingers, I just use my fingers. So just as long as the food comes out tasting great, trust me, that's how we get down here in the Kelly household.
You gotta make it do with whatever you have. Like I don't
Absolutely.
like having all the fancy equipment or anything.
Absolutely. So you have to make it work out whatever that you have. All right, so my wife does, like you said, we do the fried chicken, the fried fish, the macaroni and cheese, sweet potato cornbread muffins, and then for dessert, my mother has a really, really, really good banana pudding that I stole the recipe from her. Don't tell her. You know, my daughter uses it as well, and we have to keep the family tradition going.
Yeah,
so we love to eat.
How old are your children?
Yeah, so my daughter, she's 16 years of age, and we're car shopping now for her, guys. So we're trying to get her a car.
I know she's excited.
You know, I'll make sure she chauffeurs me around all the time. So that's going to be her first job, all right? All right. So I don't know, should I call her Uber driver? What is she going to be, Chef?
She's your personal chauffeur. So I just wanted to show you. So I cut it up a little bit more now, but you can see there's like some nice brown color on there. And then that's created. And now I'll get more into like breaking it up.
Okay. So let me do mine as well. I'm attempting, guys, to look as smooth as Chef, but there's no chance of me doing that.
Well, you have a camera person over there. I've been doing this show for 2 years and don't have a camera person yet.
But that's my wife. So shout out to my wife, y'all. Y'all show my wife some love. Show my wife some love. She really is. So my wife and I were high school sweethearts. We've been together since my 10th grade year, 1992.
Wow.
Yes, indeed. So she's been putting up with me for quite some time, Chef. All right, make sure you pray for her, okay?
So when did you guys actually like get married? if you've been together since high school.
I'm sorry, could you repeat
When
that?
did you guys actually get married?
So we got married in 1999. So what happened, the year I got drafted by the Falcons, I proposed to her before I actually got drafted. She was my fiance, and then we got married July the 3rd. Well, around July, August, around that time frame, I mean, that's the thick of preseason football where you're getting prepared doing OTAs, mini camps. And so as a rookie, I went to Coach Dan Reeves and said, Coach, I know I'm the new kid on the block, but please show me some love, man. Show me some. I got to do something for my new bride. And so he excused me for, I think, about 3 or 4 days. Had an opportunity to take her on like a mini trip, and she enjoyed it. Came back and went right back to work, Chef. Went right back to work. So I didn't have much time to enjoy, my bride. But I had work to do, honey. I had work to do.
I mean, I'm surprised that your coach let you off for those 3 days. Because...
You and me both. You and me both. But Coach Reeves he's a player's coach, right? He really did take care of us and make sure that, that he allowed us to spend time with our families. And so he was big on family. He was big on making sure that you did what was right for your family. Spend time with your wife, spend time with your kids. And I think that's why so many players really loved playing for Coach Dan Reeves, because he had that type of personality. Some coaches, hey, they're only thinking about your job. You got work to do, work to do, work to do. But he was very lenient. Coach Marvin Lewis was the same way as well. And so I must say I played for some really good coaches that were family men.
Yeah, they saw you as like a whole person.
Absolutely.
On the...
Yeah, you wasn't just a number. It wasn't just 82 on the football field. I was number one in their hearts, Chef. Number one.
Number one in your heart. All right. So here is, we have a question, but before so my meat is like halfway cooked now, right? Like it's like halfway pink. There's a good amount of grease that came off of it. Now this is a debate that you can make in your own house or own heart, if you drain off the grease or not. I kind of like to cook the meat in the grease and the spices. I don't like to drain it out. When I go to serve it, I'll maybe use a slotted spoon so it's not just grease in the taco. But I think it adds to the flavor, especially with bison because it is a leaner meat. I just leave the grease inside. I'm not going to drain this out. But if you feel so inclined, you totally can. What's our question? Yes, and that leads to the next part. So when your meat is like halfway cooked, so it has some nice color to it, and it's still a little pink, that's when we're going to add in the other seasonings. We didn't want to add it in when we were first searing and getting that color because we were using such a high heat that if we added the seasonings in, then they would just burn and taste burnt. So when it's like halfway, you're going to add in a teaspoon of each of those seasonings I was talking about.
Okay.
The garlic, the cumin, and the chili powder. Notice I don't measure anything. Yep, that looks good.
Good. All right, let's get ready to add some of these seasonings. So I add, actually, Chef, as you guys can see it, I combine my chili powder, my cumin, and also my garlic powder. I put it all in one. And so I'm going to put it all in here nice and good here. You guys see that?
Smart.
Man, can you guys smell all of this goodness? It smells absolutely out of this world. And Chef, excuse me, I'm a little heavy-handed. So
when it comes to seasonings, you gotta season with your heart. You know,
absolutely.
I mean, and you're from Mississippi, so I know you know how to season, and I know you've been eating well-seasoned food your whole life. We have a question.
How did you come up with the sauce?
Oh, how did you this specific one?
No, just sauce in general. I don't really want to work with that sauce.
Oh, so the question is, because I know you said you kind of fell into the food business.
Yeah.
But how did you, what made you fall into it? Like, how did you decide that you wanted to do barbecue sauce and salsas and your products?
That is an absolutely great question. Again, I threw football camps, in my hometown to reward kids who exemplify great academic excellence. And I used to do that while I was a football player because the kids who do really well academically, I want them to know when you do good, you're going to receive good. Mm-hmm. When you work hard work does pay off. So one way that I want their hard work to pay off was to reward the kids with a free football camp. I invited and flew down some of my teammates to surprise the kids. I gave them a free football camp, gave them free NFL gear, rewards after the camp, and fed the kids as well. Well, if I was going to feed the kids, I had to show some love to my teammates as well. So we had to feed them also.
Right.
And my family and my wife's family cooked for my teammates. And I tell you, they couldn't stop raving about our family recipes to the point where one of my teammates' wife called my wife and said, Sheila, you guys really need to do something with these family recipes. Again, I hesitated because I didn't want to do it, honestly. But
you're like, oh, that sounds like a lot of work.
yeah, I had my mind set on working in the NFL front office. That's really what I was geared to do. Mm-hmm. But Chef, you know how you ladies can get. My wife, she came rub me on the arm, babes. She gave me the old babes.
I don't know anything about that,
I'm sure, Chef. Yeah, I'm sure. That sounds very, very convincing, right? And so my wife gave me the old babes. I think, boom, the rest is history. And so when she gave me her spiel, I said, you know what, that sounds like a great idea. So we gathered our family recipes, our family secrets, and some of the recipes, to be quite honest with you, weren't quite measured down to a science.
Yeah.
Because that's not how my family cooks. My family adds a little bit here, a little bit there. Taste it, baby. A pinch more of this. And that's how we cook. And so I had to really measure things down to a science, find some really good co-packers. And so we really thought that our honey apple salsa that's been in our family for quite some time, we really felt like that would really be at a splash. And then some of our just down-home barbecue sauce as well. And so we picked the salsa to kind of be like our franchise quarterback, to put it in football terms. And then our other products are kind of like our offensive linemen, receivers to help complement our franchise quarterback. And so the honey apple salsa was how we got things started. And we've been pretty much piggybacking off that product with our other products as well.
Oh, cool. So we're using the original star of the show.
Yes, that is the star. That is the absolute star of the show.
Chris keeps laughing at me because you keep making football references, and he's like, you don't know what he's talking about. I'm like, I kind of know.
Chef, listen, all you have to do is just nod, and you look convincing. Just nod. All you have to do is just nod.
Smile, right? Yep. I know what a quarterback is. I know what a franchise quarterback is. Like the person that stays for a long time. Like
absolutely.
I feel like if you're talking about quarterback, you can just say Tom Brady, and he probably falls in whatever category.
And that's it. If you just say Tom Brady, you pretty much won the battle. That's it. That's all you got to say, Tom Brady, and you got some. So you're validated.
Well, Patrick Mahomes is also a franchise quarterback. I knew
there
that.
You go. There you go. Well, who's like the New York Giants or New York Jets franchise quarterback?
The I don't know. I know Eli Manning was never franchised, was he? Okay.
Huh? Listen. Tell me, what are you really thinking?
I don't know, honestly. That's Chris's lane.
Yeah, hubby, Chris, step in for it.
I guess Daniel Jones, right? He's a franchise guy right now.
There we go. So he's the young, well, he's not a rookie now, but he's a young guy. He's projected to be franchise quarterback if he continues to play. Yeah, but Eli Manning is definitely a franchise quarterback. He's won how many Super Bowls? 1 or 2?
2.
Oh, Joe Namath.
Joe
Namath.
Someone just said that.
Did you just say Joe Namath? We're not in algebra class. Did you just say math?
No, Namath.
Namath. I didn't know how to say his name. Someone gave me the cheat, but I didn't finish it off right.
Absolutely. That's funny.
All right, so to our tacos before we get into our conversation. Now that my meat is basically cooked, there's not so much pink. There's a little bit of pink left in there, but that's okay because now this is when we're going to add in our honey apple salsa. Also, this is the point where you decide how chunky you want your tacos, right? So if you like your meat like super fine ground, you're going to take whatever utensil you're using and you're literally, there's no more like scientific way to do this or easier way. You literally take it and just like hit it down like this. If you're doing a lot and you wanted to, you could throw it in the food processor. That would make it like more smaller. I actually enjoy kind of bigger pieces in there, so there's like some texture. So I'm gonna do it a little bit, but not too crazy. And then this is when we're gonna add in our honey apple salsa.
Mmm.
Smells good.
Got mine right here.
Is there an amount that you would recommend to add in? Because I also just
Listen. When you ask this, first of all, I want to say this again. I want to make sure I mention this. I'm very greedy, right? And I'm heavy-handed. So I'm going to put a whole cup full. Now, if you want to just be subtle, maybe a quarter of a cup, half a cup. I said subtle, Chef. I said subtle.
I use like almost half a jar.
So I'm going to put about maybe a cup or either half a cup in here, as you can see.
And then I'm going to put this back on the heat just to make sure that it's completely cooked through. Although we are going to put these in the oven, and so it will finish cooking. So if it's just slight cooking, you're not going to die because it'll finish cooking in the oven.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He does his special way. I'm going to actually taste this before I even finish cooking it.
There we go. You can see
how
those colors.
Because
you know, I'm gonna put a little bit more. As you can see the colors from the salsa. You see the green peppers in there, the onions, the red. I love the different colors to add to the presentation. So
I'm adding a little bit more too. I'm also adding a little bit more salt because I did not season enough salt at the beginning.
Okay.
And I'll put this back on the heat. But it's pretty tasty. I could just eat this by itself.
Yes, absolutely. Definitely. I also make sloppy joes with those too, Chef. Really, really
Do you
good
add
sloppy
any
joes.
sugar to it when you make your sloppy joes?
Yeah, a little barbecue sauce to it as well. You know, so I add a little bit of barbecue sauce, a little bit of brown sugar to it as well, and then I add some rosemary flakes also.
Ooh, nice.
Just give it a little bit. You know, just a little bit extra flavor. I love rosemary and everything.
Someone commented, sauce it up.
Oh, someone said sauce it up. Someone agrees with you.
Sauce it up, absolutely. Sauce it up. But yes, I love where we're going with this. The smell is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it tastes really good. I mean, we have this pretty large brunch, but I just realized now that we're cooking this, I'm actually quite hungry again.
Absolutely. So yeah, my meat is about brown pretty good. The salsa is mixing in there really, really nicely, Chef. Smell smells excellent. I can't wait to put these bad boys in the oven for a little bit. Let those shells kind of
yeah. So can you show everyone the tool that you have? I've never actually seen this. He has like this taco maker.
This is a taco rack. Yes. Hold on one second, guys.
I've never used one. I just kind of. Oh, look at it.
Here's my little taco rack here. So I have my little taco rack. So I got 3. Now, don't be deceived. This is 3. All right. But let me tell you guys, let me show you guys what I normally use. Now, I'm trying to make it look like I have some home training on here, right? So let me let you guys see what I normally use. Yeah, this is just for me right here, Chef.
Oh.
Yeah, just for me.
That's 6 of them? Right
This is big boys. How many of these? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chris, what you think, my man? This is how we really get down. This is how we really get down behind the scenes.
It looks like that's what I need to get Chris for Christmas because, honesty moment, I never actually ate these hard shell tacos that were already made until I met Chris. I used to always either fry my own out of like these tortillas, or I'm from California, so you know soft tacos are a thing, like just corn soft tortillas. So I used to but when I met Chris and we started living, he's like, where are the hard shells? So now I've been converted to these. I mean, there's a time and place for everything, but these actually I do like the crunch that they give for sure. Question?
Yeah, someone commented and said, Gab Graham said taco racks, Reggie's living in 2035.
I know, that's like a large taco rack too. I, meanwhile, do not have a taco rack over here, so I'm going to be using just a regular sheet tray.
Yeah, you just make it do what it do.
Some aluminum foil, so I don't have to clean. Those of you who have been watching me for a while know I am the laziest chef ever, or most efficient, however you want to frame it. I like to say efficient.
But Chef, I'm not going to use aluminum foil. I do have a dishwasher too. Her name is Kyla and Kaven, my kids.
Yeah, I don't have one of those yet. I'm just
In due time. Yes. See when you spend money on them, you pay for this, you pay for that. then you get some perks too out of the deal. That's one of the perks I get.
For sure. Can't wait. I have a lot of years since the baby's not due till May. I will not be, I don't know when. When can I start putting a child to work? 5, 4? All right.
Loving
so
this right here.
Assembling our tacos. Because you do this in a different way. So normally what I do is I just heat up my shells in the oven without putting anything inside. But you said you put things inside and then you put them in the oven.
Well, let's do it like that. Let's do it. You know, what I sometimes do, I will put the meat in there and also put some cheese on top of it so that the cheese can melt and the shells can get nice and toasty. But what we can do, let's do it this way. Let's just put the shells in there by themselves, let the shells get toasty, and then let's top it.
Okay, cool.
Let's do it. How long are we going to keep them in there? We're going to keep them in, what, 5, 6 minutes or so?
5 or 6 minutes. I did learn, because like I said, I was a hard shell taco virgin until I met Chris. I did learn they don't taste good unless you heat them up.
Yes, absolutely.
They're not good at all.
All right.
Not good at all.
All right, I'm about to take these over, guys. Listen, don't panic. I'll be right back, okay? Trust me, I'm coming back. You have my word, okay? Here I come.
Oh, we have another question.
He's great. I'm there. I'll be back.
How long have you owned this company?
So we have, I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me while you're in the oven?
I can hear you.
Okay. So we have another question. I think you answered this before. The company was actually started in 2010, right? While you were still playing.
Mm-hmm.
And then do you have like plans for growth? I know now you're at Walmart and on Amazon, which is cool. Do you have any like lofty goals for the company or things you really want to accomplish with it?
Yes, well, there's 3 areas that we really want to continue to tackle. When we first started the company, we wanted to start off in retail stores. So our first customers were actually 2 mom and pop retailers in Mississippi by the name of Sunflower. What we wanted to do, we wanted to kind of like just dip our toe in the water to see the type of responses that we would get from consumers. And once we got those responses, 3 months later, believe it or not, 3 months later, I had an opportunity to meet with Walmart, and
wow.
After only learning the business for 3 months, the buyer said, "Man, listen, I don't know what it is, but there's something about you. I'm gonna give you a shot." And it kind of really struck me and took me by surprise, Chef, because I had heard so many stories about Walmart buyers. I'd heard, man, it's really tough to get in Walmart stores. But you know, when he said it's something about you, that really did strike a chord with me, and it let me know that, you know, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression, right? So when you go and you're meeting with a buyer like Walmart, you want to make sure that you have your A game. I had limited knowledge about the food industry, but he could tell that the knowledge that I had, I really researched.
Mm-hmm.
So a month before I even had my meeting with Walmart, I was up and down every Walmart store in my neighborhood, up and down every store every day, looking at my competitors. I was also looking at the packaging, learning the Walmart lingo, EDLP. What does EDLP mean? Oh, everyday low pricing, everyday low pricing, everyday low pricing. And so, man, I had to go and learn the lingo. So when I went to that meeting, he knew that I had done my homework. And so he could have said, listen, I don't know, there's something about your product, but he didn't say that. He said, there's something about you. So you have to make sure that whenever you go in and present your brand, that you bring your A game. And so from that particular meeting with the buyer, I learned that, you know, I really want to make a splash in this industry. So we want to continue to thrive and strive to be a nationwide brand in retail. We want to continue to do more on the online platform and to get more online consumers and customers. And then we want to expand in the food service market. We do some business with Cisco Foods as one of our distributors, but we want to continue to grow and do more business nationwide with distributors like that in the food service sector. So retail, online, and food service is the route we're trying to go.
Yeah, awesome. Was there? Huh? Oh, where is your warehouse located? Like, where do you manufacture?
Yeah, so we have 3. We have one in Georgia, we have one in Ohio, and we also have one in Mississippi. Now, can you imagine, why would I have one in Mississippi? That's my question to you. And why would I have one in Georgia, and then why would I have another one in Ohio? Think about it.
Well, I would say Mississippi because you're from there.
There you go. Now, why did I have one in Georgia?
You live in Georgia, right?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I have it in Georgia. I played for. I played for the. I,
Because you played. Oh, your teams. You played
yes,
for the Falcons and you played for the Bengals.
absolutely. So there's a rhyme or reason why I could have got manufactured. You got manufacturers all over the country, but I choose those three states because those are the three states that I have some type of close ties to.
Yeah.
So I want to do business with them not only on the football side of things, but also on the food side of things as well. So that was my method to my method. I know that's really in-depth really in-depth scientific answer for you, but hey, that's really the reason why.
No, it makes sense too because you already had like some repertoire with those states as well. Like people knew you from there.
Yep.
You can market a little bit better. So that's like really smart thinking.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I've been thinking of like how I can expand my brand or like make a product, but it just seems so daunting. Like I think one of the things you said at the beginning was just getting all those recipes exactly right, or not right, but like the measurements right, and like mass producing them. That scares me because I'm one of those like little bit of this, little bit of that.
Yeah, well, when you have a good manufacturer, they'll help you through the process as well. Get a non-disclosure together. Okay, have the shells been in 5 minutes, Chef? It's time for us to get the shelf.
Yeah.
I would hate to burn this up. See, I would hate to lose all my credibility by burning some tacos. So let's go.
They'd be like, oh, Chefleen made all this fancy food and she can't make a basic taco. Like.
So in football, I had my Nike glove that I used to use, Chef. Now I've switched from a Nike glove to a Kyvan mitt.
I'm just grabbing a plate over here.
Oh, these smell really nice.
All right, I have 4. I think 3 looks better. Hot. They're super.
These are really nice. Really nice.
All right, so I will tell you, our secret in our house is we put cheese on the bottom before we.
On the bottom, nice. I like it.
That is a Chef Chris secret.
Chef Chris, I like it. You can never go wrong with cheese.
You don't put just cheese on the bottom. You also put it on the top as well after.
Yeah. Well, how about in the bottom, in the middle, and then on the top?
The bottom. So when you put the meat on that's hot, it melts into the.
Okay, let me try it. So I'm gonna put some on the bottom. How can I do it like a chef? Let me see here.
They want to know how you can get a pair of those gloves.
Oh, how can you do you sell those gloves, the branded mitts? Oven mitts?
No, we don't sell those oven mitts. We got that from another company called Lit. Mitts. Lit.
Oh, well, it sounds like you need to put them on the website.
Absolutely, and it is lit. It is lit, I must admit. Did I do a double rhyme? I'm clicking on all cylinders today, baby. Yes, indeed. Let me get these bad boys cheese. Let me get them nice and ooey gooey. Nice and ooey gooey.
Adding in our meat. So our meat, to remind everyone, we browned it, so we got its natural flavor. We're using Bison because it's a little bit leaner. You know, we're health-minded here. Former athletes, just trying to live our best lives still. And
we're healthy-minded here, Chef. We're double decker and double topping it with cheese. So yes, we're doing very.
You gotta pick your battles, right? If you got moderation in one place, so you can overindulge in another.
Absolutely, I totally agree with you.
So yeah, we browned our meat, our bison, and then we added some salt. Then we added 1 teaspoon each garlic powder, cumin, and chili powder. That's per 1 pound of meat. Reggie's over there making food for the whole family or himself, so he's a little bit more. And then to start the show, we added in, once our meat was almost cooked, we added in about a cup of our honey apple salsa. And let that flavor kind of come through with the bell peppers, the tomatoes. You can read everything on their ingredient list. There's nothing you cannot pronounce on their ingredient list, which is nice. And then we put our taco shells in the oven for 5 minutes to crisp them up. And we put some cheese on the bottom. Now we're putting some cheese on the top.
This is so great. So great. Cheese.
I'm very, very excited.
Some more cheese.
And then we had, I'm going to use, because we had a little pre-meeting before, and we were going to use onion, regular onion, to begin with, just to give it a little bit of sharpness. But since you have green onions and I have green onions, I'm going to use green onions too.
Well, Chef, let's listen. I try to pay homage, right? One of the main reasons why I use green onions is because of the pink and green. That's one of the main reasons. So I'm trying to show so much love to the great chef. Chef, will you throw it up for me one more time? Just one time, please.
I like never do this anymore, but okay.
Absolutely. So I try to play, show some type of respect.
I appreciate it. I totally appreciate it.
All right.
Now that we got Kamala in office, we can't tell us nothing anymore.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. So I got my little cheese on the bottom and cheese on the top.
On the top of the meat. And then the other reason I like green onions over just regular raw, like yellow onions, is it's a little less sharp. Like it's not gonna bite you in the face as much, so it kind of complements. If you're not into onions so much.
There are some pink and green smoothies in the comments.
There's some pink and green smoothies.
Seaweeds.
Oh, I love being a part of this particular sortie, aka, it's been one of the best decisions of my life because you just find support everywhere you go around the country. My chapters still to this day some of my best friends.
Wow.
Like literally like family. It's kind of amazing.
So you have a great relationship with your sisters.
Yes, for sure. We have group chats. We used to take group trips. There's like nothing we can't talk about. Like there's no like, it's just like, it's just like literally their family. There's nothing that we can't discuss. No weirdness. It's awesome.
That's great.
And then I have some romaine lettuce over here, but I like to put my lettuce on last. So cheese, meat, cheese, green onion. I have some sour cream as well.
Meat with salt. Don't forget.
Oh, salsa. Yeah.
Meat with salsa.
Oh, you got sour cream. So you got my lettuce right here.
And also, I want to add in some more of this salsa on top for color and also flavor, because when you cook something, it tastes a lot different than when you're eating it uncooked. So you're going to get the two different levels of the salsa in your dish. So you'll have it in the cooked meat and then this also on top as well. These are like
add a little bit more salsa. Let me get me a little bit more salsa too and add in there.
These are, this looks just like the picture that I was showing everyone.
You did. You hit the nail right on the head, Chef. Right on the head. Absolutely. Now, Chris, make sure you wait, man. You got to wait till he's done, okay?
Yeah, I did.
You got to make sure she plates him. The presentation is nice, right, Chef? We can't just dive into him right away.
Exactly. Like, Chris is used to that life. I'm like, no, I got to take a picture.
I'm well trained.
These smell really nice. So Chef, obviously, you like Bison, but do you do like chicken tacos or shrimp tacos as well? Do you like to do those as well?
Shrimp tacos I really like, but I like just like regular, I don't really like chicken that much.
Okay.
Like, I'm not a huge fan of chicken.
All right, Reggie, talk to you later. Gotta go.
But I like shrimp. I like fish. I like regular beef. I like bison, obviously. Yeah. I just like tacos. Tacos are actually my favorite food because they're so versatile.
Absolutely.
Wait, you can't see. Oh, there we go.
Can you guys see that?
Yep, looking just like the picture over there.
There you go. Just like that. There we go.
Beautiful. Well, let me show you mine. They don't look as pretty because they're not on a cool taco rack over there, but they are done and they look delicious.
Oh, that looks absolutely great, Chef. All right, let me finish. I'm a little slow with mine. See, I'm going very, very slowly. I don't know, man.
Well, I mean, it's okay. I've been a chef for 12 years. I won chops, so I move fast.
I know. See, I was trying to find some type of edge, but there is none. I have no edge when I'm going against the chef extraordinaire.
Yeah.
You got all the tips, you know how to do it and do it right. So I got the lettuce on there. Did you? So you actually put the sour cream?
Yeah, I just put it like in the middle.
Okay. Let me just put just a little bit.
Sour cream, so I guess all three of these are for me.
This is about the limit of sour cream I'm going to use right there. I'm not
I
really
think
a big.
it's,
I'm not really a big sour cream guy.
yeah,
Honestly.
neither is Chris, but I think that, yeah, I mean, when it comes to toppings on tacos, it's totally preference, right? So if
Absolutely.
you don't like it, you don't have to use it. I'm like a hit or miss sometimes with sour cream. Oh, we have a
Two
question.
things.
There we go.
Someone said green onions, yes. Salsa is Delta Red.
Oh, we have some hate, some sorority hate, friendly sorority hate. The green, we have the green onions, of course, but we have the salsa that's Delta Red.
You know what? Whoever said that, tell hey, listen, my wife would absolutely love you because my wife is a Delta as well. Sound off for one time, babe.
I love it.
So my wife
And
is
then
a
we have
Delta.
another comment or
They
question.
said Reggie's about to be on Shark Tank with his tacos.
That's right here.
Really?
There we go. What do you think, Chef? How those look?
Looks
Okay.
beautiful. Now you got to do the really fun, cool thing to do on camera, which is take a bite very daintily and tell us how it tastes. Let's see.
There we go.
Oh, my taco just broke.
Okay. That's the fun part when they break and then you could just.
You like a taco salad.
I like the sweetness that the salsa brings to this. I'm excited.
Chef, sometimes you just gotta go slow motion, okay?
Oh, you ate like half the taco in one bite. Oh, so good.
I need somebody to stand behind me, Chef. I may fall out. I may fall out. That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
Super, super good. I'm really excited to eat the rest of this plate.
Just gave my wife one. I just gave my wife one, which means I'm good now. I just gave her a taco. You know, ladies, I got to make sure I take care of my wife. She's a good woman. Been with me for a long, long time, Chef.
Yeah,
Time since
that's
high
great.
school.
That's a long time. I mean, you don't look older, but 10th grade, and I know you played for 13 years, so I know you're at least a certain age. So.
Oh, my kids always make fun of me saying I got to get up with the times as far as my dress. You know, they saying I need to dress a little more hip, you know, so to speak. But hey, and I don't think hip is even the word now. What's the word now as far as your dress attire?
You know, I'm starting to get to that age where I'm not that cool anymore either. Yeah, I'm like over like we were talking about new songs. I couldn't tell you a new song that the kids are listening to. I'm all about the old school R&B, 90s R&B on the radio.
Absolutely. Well, when you talk about kids, you know, we talked about football, we talked about food. When you talk about kids, so what type of parent are you going to be, Chef? Are you going to be a tough, hard-nosed, strict mommy? Are you going to be kind of like a laid-back and let dad do all the work?
I would like to think that I would be laid back, but honestly, I think I lie to myself when I say I'm laid back because I actually like things a certain way. And I'm going to allow my child to be whoever she wants to be, like live your best life. But there is going to be some structure. I will be the one like, okay, we need to do this at this time. But I'm also very like fun and like creative. Like I got really lucky with my parents because that's why I'm a chef. It's because they just let me used to create in the kitchen all the time. And used to tell me like, oh, this is good, even when it wasn't. And they used to clean up my messes. So I think that's really important, no matter what your child is doing, to just appreciate what they're doing and like just accept it, you know? Because people are going to figure it out. Like if you want to be a singer and you're not good at singing, when you get to 16, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm not that good. You'll figure it out for yourself. You don't need your parents to be hating on you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think we should let our kids, I mean, I just talked to my kids a couple of days ago. I just told them just be who you are. You know, be different, be unique, be yourself. You don't have to fit in with everybody else. You can just be you. That's what the world needs, more of you. And you're good enough. So
I mean, like you said, when you were first in discussions with Walmart, it wasn't really about your product. It was about you, how you presented yourself, your energy.
Absolutely.
And that's everything in life. Like, it's just your essence, right? No one is like you. So it's really important to be yourself. And that's how you're going to shine and strive in life, for sure.
Yeah, and I think, you know what, Chef, and I think people really do, they relate to that. I think they gravitate towards you when you're just being yourself. You know, hey, this is me. Either you
No
like it or
apologies.
either you don't. You know, but this is me. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. You know, if you don't like me, this is how I am. And I think that when you have more people that are unique, they're being themselves, I think that you'll see so many different unique qualities come out of each of us because we do. But I think whenever you try to be like somebody else, you compress your talents, you compress your purpose, and you're really not who you should be. So relax, be free, and
Yeah,
just be who you are. And
for
so
sure.
that's what I try to do. That's what I try to talk to my kids about. And I don't want them to fall in some of the same pitfalls that I do. But if they do, then old Pop's here to talk you through it and help you out and go from there. You know. I do tell my kids this though, Chef. I said, listen, you're gonna have to learn a lot of lessons on your own, but the ones you don't have to learn on your own, come to your pop so that he can help you out. Because there's a lot of headaches that you're gonna learn on your own anyway. But the ones you can avoid, use some good sound wisdom from some older people that's been there and
Yeah,
have been back.
even you still always learn that a little bit too late because my mom used to really try to help me with my finances, and I'm like, yeah, and then it took me a while to actually be like, oh yeah, you were right.
Oh, that's funny. So you're gonna be pretty much structured, and then just let them just be who they were created to be. That's
Yeah,
cool.
for sure. I think that being a kid should be fun. You should have a lot of like interesting things around. I'm gonna be laid back, right, Chris?
Okay. You don't have to ask Chris to say if you're gonna be laid back or not.
Chris already claimed fun parent. He's like, I'm gonna be the fun parent. I was like, okay.
Yeah, he'll be the fun parent until she gets of age and the boys start coming around. We're gonna see Chris. We're gonna be the fun parent then.
Hell no.
For sure. Chris, did you have a question or?
A bunch of people telling you that you're gonna be a wonderful mom.
Oh, I thank you, people, for telling me I'm gonna be a wonderful
Pinky
mom.
Greenland is
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you, Reggie, for joining me tonight on Real Life Cooking. I'm so glad that I came across your company and we've been able to develop this relationship over the past year, which is the craziest year ever to be developing relationships.
Absolutely.
But so yeah, so glad. And we don't forget, if you're watching, until midnight tonight, any purchase you make on their website, which is KYBAN82.com, you get a free jar of the hot honey apple salsa.
Absolutely.
And later this week, I'm going to be doing a giveaway where you can actually win 2 free jars as well on my page. So you can try these tacos by yourself if you didn't get the ingredients to cook along with us tonight, which is sad for you because these are delicious.
They did turn out good. Turned out really great. Excellent. Chef, that was an excellent recipe. You did a tremendous job leading the way. But I guess before we do sign off here, what's in the future? What can I expect to see from Chefleen?
I'm getting interviewed on my own show. I appreciate the question. I have a lot of lofty goals, of course. My main goal is to have like my own show on TV or some larger media, because growing up, I always loved watching food TV, and there's no one that looked like me, that cooked like me. So I feel like it's really important. Representation is everything, to know that you can be in these spaces that you might not think you can be in if you don't see anyone being in them. I'm actually in the process of writing a book proposal and hopefully a cookbook in the future. And then I'm going to take May off when I have this baby. It just kind of, it's going to be really hard for me to not do anything, because I've been such a hustler over these 12 years of being a chef. But family is really important, like you said earlier, and I want to build a really strong foundation for being a mom and doing all those things. So I'm going to take a little while off. But then midsummer, Chefleen's Virtual Kitchen will pick back up. I am planning on doing Black Out the Park again this year, because that was really awesome last year, and it's only going to get bigger and better. Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the baby. The baby's going to be at Black Out the Park. It's family affair. I mean, I'm sure you know, right, Reggie?
Absolutely.
Careers are family affairs. Get everyone involved. So, yeah, that is what's happening with me. I'm really excited about the upcoming year. I think as crazy as the pandemic was, it really allowed me to understand myself more as a chef and understand like my goals and purposes in life without being so busy, because I was working for so many people that I was always just busy moving. So all this like still kind of space has given me a lot more clarity of where I want to go in life.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We're excited. I'm extremely excited. Good things happen to good people. We consider you a great person, and you and your husband. Wish you guys tremendous success. I know your kids are going to benefit from great parents as well. And I'm happy and excited to see what the future holds for you guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Absolutely.
And maybe we'll make it down post-pandemic and eat some of Sheila's good food, because
Absolutely.
you also told me on this sweet potato cornbread.
Absolutely. We can just take you guys out, whatever you want to do, whenever you come on down south.
For sure. Well, thank you so much. Have a good evening, and thank you everyone for watching. This recipe will be posted in the newsletter this upcoming week, and the giveaway. Don't forget to get your free jar by making a purchase on their website. And yeah, thanks so much. Have a good Sunday, everyone.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys, and God bless.
Bye.